Guns, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this shit for the city, man. DZ, you welcome to pull up. Pull your ass up if you want to. Hey, look. I already think your ass buying none. No, I'm buying all the guns. And I'm throw them away. I ain't on no shit like that, though. I'm buy all the guns, man. If you got a gun, I'ma buy it, man. We gonna do a gun drive and the stolen car drive, you know what I'm saying? Stop the violence. Unless a nigga hating on you. Nigga hating on you, I promote that. Blitz his bitch ass.
Rap music is very competitive. When two rappers from the same city become famous at the same time, old arguments and drama can turn into a huge fight. 42 Dugg and Sada Baby are two new rappers from Detroit who are now in a very serious fight. This fight has led to many people losing their lives, even including the innocent family of another rapper who got pulled into their argument. Let's talk about what happened. 42 Dugg is a famous rapper from the 6 Mile area on the east side of Detroit. People know that Dugg has a history of being involved in street life, and he is a well-liked artist in the city. He is connected to a group called the 6 Mile 42 Hustle Gang, which is part of a larger gang called the Crips. Not a lot is known about Dugg's childhood, but it is clear that he was involved in street life from a young age. Back in 2010, when he was only 15 years old, Dugg was sent to prison for 4 years for carjacking and having a gun. After he got into a fight with another person in prison, Dugg was given 2 more years and spent a total of 6 years locked up. Dugg has said in interviews that he started rapping while he was in prison and decided to really focus on his music career after he was let out. Dugg was already known and respected in the city, so it was easy for him to get local fans. But becoming a huge star from the Detroit music scene is very difficult. Only a few artists from Detroit like Eminem or Big Sean have become super famous worldwide, and if Dugg wanted to be the next big rap star, he would have to work with popular artists from other cities. So that's what Dugg did. After he met the rapper Lil Baby during a dice game, he was featured on 2 songs called We Paid and Grace on Lil Baby's 2020 album, My Turn. This introduced Dugg to a whole new group of fans and made his career much bigger. He also became friends with another experienced person in the music business, Yo Gotti, and joined his music label. Dugg is also signed to Lil Baby's own label. This meant he could become popular in both the Atlanta and Memphis music scenes while learning from some very famous people. Things were going very well for 42 Dugg, and it looked like he was going to be the next major rapper to represent Detroit. But Dugg isn't the only artist getting famous in the city. Another rapper, who is a sworn enemy of the 42 Hustle Gang named Sada Baby, was also getting famous around the same time. Sada Baby is from the 7 Mile area of East Detroit. Unlike Dugg, Sada Baby was not in the streets from a very young age and got pulled into that lifestyle when he was older. He started rapping when he was 19 years old and would practice by freestyling for a few hours every day. But even after 3 years, his music wasn't making enough money to live on. He had to live at his grandma's house and get
I'm doing a gun drive.
Do something right now.
You know, I'ma pay everybody for their gun. This is what I really want to come on here and say. I'ma buy all the guns, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody to get no case, bro. I'ma buy all the guns. I'ma buy all the guns. I'ma buy all the stolen cars. I'ma turn that shit in, man. I'm doing a gun drive. I'ma buy all the guns. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this shit for the city, man. DZ, you welcome to pull up. Pull your ass up if you want to. Hey, look. I already think your ass buying none. No, I'm buying all the guns. And I'm throw them away. I ain't on no shit like that, though. I'm buy all the guns, man. If you got a gun, I'ma buy it, man. We gonna do a gun drive and the stolen car drive, you know what I'm saying? Stop the violence. Unless a nigga hating on you. Nigga hating on you, I promote that. Blitz his bitch ass.
It wasn't until he was 22 or 23 that he decided to join a gang and became part of the Red Zone Bloods in his neighborhood. Sada Baby has gotten a lot of negative comments for joining a gang at an older age. Most people who join gangs do it before they turn 18, and in many places, you aren't allowed to join at 22. People also point out that Sada Baby's cousin, I Swear Vetso, is actually a Crip from a different part of Detroit. They have made music and videos together in the past. But in an interview, Sada Baby explained that his relationship with his cousin is stronger than gang stuff. They respect each other too much to fight over which gang they are in. Even though he started being in a gang at an older age, Sada Baby still represents the Bloods and is one of the most popular new rappers from Detroit. This means that he is automatically involved in any fights his gang has with rival groups, including the 42 Hustle Gang. These two gangs have been fighting for over 15 years. The 7 Mile Bloods used to be the most powerful group in the area and had problems with most of the other local gangs, including the 42 Crips. The fight got worse around 2014 after a shooting outside a parole office led to a bigger war. 2 members of the Hustle Gang, known as the 42 Twins, saw a member of the 7 Mile Bloods outside the building where they all had to meet their parole officers. The 42 Twins got into a car with other members of their gang and were chased by the rival gang members. The Bloods started shooting at the car, hitting one of the 42 Twins and another Hustle Gang member in the car. Both of the 42 Twins survived the shooting, but the other person who was shot, a man named Dewan Neff Page, went into a coma and later died. The police arrested several members of the 7 Mile Bloods for the shooting. The 42 Twins were supposed to tell the court what happened against their rivals, but at the last minute, they refused to talk. After Page died, the 42 Hustle Gang teamed up with other enemies of the 7 Mile Bloods to challenge their control over the area and get back at them for Neff's death. This started a violent feud that is still happening today. So, just because of the gangs they are in, Dugg and Sada Baby are automatic enemies. Dugg and Sada Baby were never friends with each other, but there wasn't an active public argument until another artist got involved. T Grizzly is another popular rapper from Detroit who has been famous for a while. That he first got big back in 2016 with his song First Day Out, which he recorded and released on the very day he got out of prison. T Grizzly was never in a gang, but he did grow up in a tough neighborhood. He was mostly raised by his grandmother in West Detroit because his parents were often in and out of jail. In 2011, his mother was sent to prison for 20 years for selling drugs, and his father was killed in 2012. But even with such a hard childhood, the rapper tried to stay out of trouble and even went to Michigan State University to study finance and accounting. But while in college, he had money problems and started stealing money and electronics from other students' rooms. He was eventually caught, but the school let him go while they looked into it. During that time, he and his friends ran away and tried to rob a jewelry store in Kentucky. The robbery failed, and Grizzly and his 3 friends were arrested. He was sentenced to prison time for the jewelry store robbery and also for the robberies at the college. He was let out in 2016 and quickly became famous with his First Day Out song. Since then, he has made a name for himself as one of the top artists in Detroit, working with everyone from Meek Mill to Lil Durk. But just because you aren't in a gang doesn't mean you can't get pulled into gang fights. T Grizzly found himself in the middle of the war between the 6 Mile Crips and 7 Mile Bloods by being friends with both sides. Early in his career, T Grizzly made a song with one of the 42 Twins called Secrecy. But not long after that, he went and signed Sada Baby to his own music label. The 42 Twins did not like this and felt it was fake. He used social media to call out T Grizzly for acting like he was his friend and then signing his enemy. T Grizzly replied by saying he was just trying to spread good vibes and help everyone make money, but people were still calling him fake. The 42 Twins clearly did not accept that answer because he posted a picture of the rapper on Instagram with a threatening message. T Grizzly then commented on the post saying that it was the 42 Twins who first asked him to be on the song and that none of his own friends trust him because he isn't a real person. The 42 Twins responded by saying he has proof that Grizzly texted him first and that he is with his friends every day. So, after that exchange, T Grizzly was now in the middle of the beef. Since he came from the streets, the rapper should have known he would get some hate for signing a rapper who was in the middle of a city gang war, but he definitely was not ready for what happened next. The rapper would later make a song with 42 Dugg in 2019, which made many people think the beef wasn't that serious. But as it turned out, the war was just getting started. In August 2019, Grizzly was in a black car in the 3 Mile area of East Detroit when someone shot at the vehicle many times. The rapper was not hurt in the shooting, but his 41-year-old aunt, JB, who was also his manager, was shot and killed. Sada Baby was also managed by JB, and you can see him at her funeral in the video for T Grizzly's song Sadish, where he raps about the shooting. Sada ended up leaving T Grizzly's label not long after JB was killed, and he said it was because his career wasn't being managed the right way and because he was mad that T Grizzly would make a song with his enemies. The beef between Sada and Dugg got even worse after they were both at a party in Detroit. The 42 gang got on stage and performed a song that made fun of the 7 Mile Bloods. While Sada was in the crowd watching, it was also rumored that 42 Dugg was involved in a situation where Sada supposedly had his expensive chain stolen at a recording studio. Sada was talking to fans online when he said he didn't like the Cleveland rapper Doughboy. Doughboy didn't like being disrespected and used social media to make fun of Sada for being a fake blood and for getting his chain stolen at the studio. Sada replied by saying that everything Doughboy said was a lie and that he was just using Sada's name to get attention. Doughboy then posted another video where he gave even more details about the supposed robbery that he claims that Sada Baby was held up, had his clothes taken, and was robbed with his own gun. The robbers took the rapper's chains, bracelets, money, drugs, and everything else he had with him. Sada then ran into the other room where Doughboy was and started acting crazy about being robbed. Doughboy didn't like his attitude, so he pulled out his own gun to make Sada calm down, which is why they don't like each other. After Doughboy told the story, 42 Dugg posted on his own Instagram story, making fun of Sada for getting robbed and said that he was the one who did it to him. Sada kept saying that this was all made up and that both rappers were just using his name to get famous. There is no camera video or other proof from the night of the Robberito show who is telling the truth, so it's up to the fans to decide who they believe. Since then, both sides have been making fun of each other in interviews and on social media. Both Sada and 42 Dugg were on a song called Friday Night Cypher on Big Sean's album Detroit 2. In an interview, Sada said that Dugg's part on the song was bad and that he had no idea who else would be on the song when he recorded his part. In the same interview, he also threw shade at T Grizzly and said he was on the track because he wanted to show he was the better rapper. Around this time, Sada also stopped a club performance after the DJ played a song by T Grizzly and 42 Dugg one after the other. He also called his former music partner disloyal and a fake gangster who hides in Detroit. Dugg responded to all the insults by posting a video on his Instagram saying that he was smoking on hella bloods today, which is a disrespectful way of talking about some of Sada's friends who have died. So both sides are being very clear and open about how much they do not like each other at the same time. Both rappers' careers have been getting bigger and bigger over the last few months. 42 Dugg has been on songs with huge artists like Future and Roddy Ricch. Also, Sada Baby had the famous rapper Nicki Minaj do a remix of his song, Whole Lotta Choppa. That song became a huge hit on the app TikTok. Even though their music is doing well, they are still having problems in their personal lives. So far, Sada Baby has managed to stay out of any legal trouble, but 42 Dugg's past actions have caused new problems for him. In 2020, he was arrested for running away from the police in a rental car. Then, not long after that, he was arrested again for breaking the rules of his probation. He broke the rules by going to a gun range. He was also possibly the target of another scary situation. This happened while he was filming the music video for his song with Roddy Ricch called For Da Gang. Luckily, neither 42 Dugg nor Roddy Ricch was hurt in this incident, but 2 other men who were there were shot and had to be taken to the hospital. When this first happened, a lot of fans wondered if Sada Baby was involved somehow because of his ongoing fight with 42 Dugg, but then, the police arrested a different rapper in connection with the shooting. This rapper is named OMB Peasy, and he is from Mobile, Alabama. Peasy has said that he is not guilty, but because the case is still happening in court, he hasn't talked much about what actually went down. There are a lot of rumors online about what happened. Some of these rumors say that Peasy wasn't the one who started shooting at the music video. Instead, they say he was just shooting back at someone who was shooting at him first. The police arrested him for a serious crime called aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. To get out of jail, he had to pay a bond of $60,000. If it was a simple case of him defending himself, the police might not have arrested him, but they did, which could mean he didn't want to talk to the police about what happened. People don't know of any past problems between Peasy and 42 Dugg or Roddy Ricch, but it is interesting that Peasy has made music with Sada Baby in the past. They worked together on a song called One Me. If the two artists are friends, That could be a reason why Peasy might have been involved, and we will probably find out more information as the court case continues. The trial will help show if this shooting was connected to the beef between the Detroit rappers, or if it was just a separate, unrelated event. No matter what, the situation in the streets of Detroit is still very tense and dangerous. When things are this heated, no one is really safe, and a lot of people hope that both Sada Baby and 42 Dugg can find a way to put their old arguments behind them. That way, no more innocent people who are just in the wrong place get hurt. But with so much drama and history between them, it might be very difficult for either rapper to completely walk away from the street life and just focus on their music.